the video and I made an outline and I have a few thoughts. So let's take a look at the forehand. Um, so if watch on the right, this is Djokovic, and this ball he's about to hit. The ball is gonna come is gonna bounce and he's gonna be set. Like he's gonna be turned more than you, and his lower body is turned like pretty much parallel with the baseline, I would say. And oh, and look at his elbow. His elbow is in line with his shoulder blade. You see that? See his elbow? And I want you to watch now on the left on your forehand. So I'm hitting a backhand. You're running around it. It's kind of a it's a short ball I'm hitting it, but here you see it. You see it's coming to the forehand and you're running around it, which is what you want to do. Is you want to run around the backhand. But then you like to oh no, this isn't the one. This one you did pretty good. I think it's the next one. Here, this is the one. Okay, you see it? You see it's coming, you turn, and you do a good job of doing a quick turn on the forehand. You see it's coming, it's bouncing, and just look, you see how your elbow is so far away from your body? So you're losing a ton of power and control, I think, by doing that. So you want your elbow to be like, like here. So yeah, that's probably the biggest technical change I would say you need to do. And then watch here, like when you load up on this ball, you see how your hips are facing like this way. What you want to do is you want to turn that lower body more. You want to when you can, sometimes when the pros get a really like hard shot at them and like deep and they don't have time, then they're not going to turn their lower body. They're going to do what you're doing right now. But when they have the time, they're going to turn the lower body a little bit more than you, and that's going to give the shot more disguise and also more power. And then another thing on the forehand is you want to fire the stroke. So what I mean by fire the stroke is I'm going to show you in a sec. But what you tend to do is you tend to like bring your hands and racket like right up to the ball, and then when you get like really close to it, then you start your swing. So what you want to do is like look on the right. I'm going to show you better in a second, but look on the right, and Djokovic, he's going to fire the stroke from this position right here with the racket here. Now he's firing, he's pulling the handle on an arc from this position. Look on the right. He's pulling the hand on an arc. Whoops, this isn't the right one. Like like on an arc. And what you from here though, but see he's pulling it from here. What you tend to do is, whoops, you like go slow. You see how you're going slow, then like here, then you're starting your swing like here. You're like almost touching the ball, and then you're starting your swing. So that's not what you want to do. So look on the right. You see how he started the swing much earlier. He fired the stroke much earlier than you. Like he's firing the stroke from here, and you would be firing. You're like it's like you're firing the stroke like here, like right before you're touching the ball. So yeah, that's the main thing I would say is like on the forehand is make sure you get that elbow, more in line with the shoulders. try and turn the lower body more if you can, and then fire the stroke. And then also, because I think part of the reason why another thing is like you tend also not to get enough lift on it. But I think the reason why you do that is to compensate because your elbow is so far away from your body. You feel like you need to hit it flat to get any kind of power. So I think if you fix those things I just talked about, that you'll naturally start to get this. The swing will naturally start to have more lift because you'll feel like you can still get the power. Let me see what else I got. All right, so let's see. Unit turn. All right, let me see here. 23, 6. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so this is a backhand return you're about to hit, and you need to work on your unit turn. So like you see, it's coming to your backhand now, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna start moving your arms like right away, like before you start moving your body. So you wanna look on the right again. After Djokovic hits this forehand, Cilic hits it to his backhand, and watch when he sees the ball coming to his backhand. Watch what he's going to do. He's going to turn his whole body together as a unit. You see, he hasn't done anything with his arms whatsoever. He's literally just turning his body as a unit, like this. And then the ball's about to bounce, and he's like fully turned. His shoulders are turned a little more than his hips, and they're turned even more than parallel to the baseline. And the ball's about to bounce, and he's like all the way coiled. And if you watch yours, what you do is you start moving your arms before, like way too early. So what you want to do is you want to start moving your body as a unit. See how you're starting to move your arms? And it's the same thing about firing the stroke on the backhand side as well. What you did here is you like tried to touch the ball and then go. What you want to do is fire the stroke from like you see this position with Djokovic on the right. He's gonna like wait in this position, and then when he's ready to hit it, he's gonna fire it from all the way with the racket back here. So you watch on the left. I'll play in full speed. Okay, let's see. Let's watch this. Yeah, really nice, man. And good job moving up to the ball on that volley and moving through it. All right, I have written down that you tend to hit the backhand, like you hit it with an open stance too much. Like Djokovic and pretty much all the pro players who are men, they when they have the opportunity, they either step in or they even close their body off. So I want to show you an example of when you should be doing like that side step back when you get a deep ball. And this is an example right here. I'm hitting a forehand return. You see it's coming deep. You turn, which is great. But here, you should pivot on that front foot. Now the right foot should be planted on the ground. You see how it's in the air? And so it should have been planted on the ground right away. You should have pivoted on that front foot and then done a side step back. But so like let's see what happened. You just brought the foot up. Look. You hopped on the left foot. So you should side step back and then hit in a semi-open stance and then transfer it onto that left foot. Okay, so now let's take a look at your serve. First, I want you to look on the right, and I just want you to watch Sam Groth, how when he pushes with the legs. So he's firing the stroke from here. So the racket's, in the trophy position. And this is where he's going to push with the legs. So this is where he's firing the stroke from here, from this position. And I want you to watch. He's pushing with his legs. And then look at his left foot and look at when it leaves the ground. Right there. And the racket it's not even fully dropped because he has the fastest serve. But most players at this point, when the left foot leaves the ground, the forearm will be like this and the racket will be dropped, fully dropped. So when both feet leave the ground, racket should be fully dropped. And then if you look on yours, you push with your legs too late. So I want you to watch on the left. So I don't really mind your wind up. It works for you, and I don't think you need to change anything about that. One thing you do, sorry, I'm gonna pause it for 1 sec, is you bend you bend your knees and you kind of wait with the knees bent, which is fine. Look, I mean, it might not be ideal, but it's not something I would necessarily. It's not the first thing I would change. But I'm going to continue now. But look on the left. So I want you to watch when you push with your legs. You push with them a little late. Watch. So on your serve, you actually get that elbow in line with the shoulders, unlike on the forehand, which is interesting. And here is where you should be firing the stroke from. But you still haven't pushed with them. Okay, now you're starting to push with the legs. Okay, but like, see, that's the thing is because you kind of wait in that, like, with the knees bent, the legs don't fire as quickly. So maybe you could play around with keeping the legs straighter and then bending them quickly. But either case, you want to push with the legs earlier because if you watch here, the forearm didn't really drop much. Like this forearm could be more like that, and then that would cause the racket to drop more. And then if you look at your left foot, it's leaving the ground now, and the racket's all the way up here. Whereas on Sam Groth's, when his left foot is leaving the ground, the racket hasn't even gotten to the deepest part yet. So that's why I'm saying that the pushing with the legs needs to be timed a little bit earlier. So the next time I see you, I'm gonna show you in person. But I like how you're still a little bit closed when you're hitting it, and you your fundament. It's not bad. Like it's where I'll show you what I'm talking about, but I think you get the idea what I'm saying. But yeah, that's about it for the analysis. And yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot more, but I think this is enough for the first one, and I will talk to you later, man.